Good morning, traders. This is a live trade recap, although I didn't take a trade, but I have all my kind of looking for a trade here on video, and I think it's just as important to know when not to take a trade as it is to know when to take a trade. And today it was very clear there was nothing worth getting into. I watched the pre-market for 30 minutes from 4 a.m. to 4:30, and there was absolutely no volume. Let's see. Okay, so here's the pre-market organized. Let me just get to the point where I had it. Oh, so I started it by volume, and then there was really nothing. Let's see. Well, everything was red when it was by volume, so then I organized it by pre-market to see what the top gainers was, and you can see there was no volume in those stocks, but I just kind of assumed maybe that's wrong. Let me just put the top gainers on a list and check them out on the trade screen. But it means only 100 shares traded since 4 a.m., 3 shares traded, 50 shares traded. So that is the opposite of liquidity. So yeah, here's those stocks. You see they did absolutely nothing. You can see in the time and sales, there was only 2 orders. So the people that, and I restarted Webull just to make sure it wasn't a Webull issue. And now when you organize by volume, this is a little bit later, just a couple minutes later. Carnival Cruise Lines is the #1 traded stock, but it still only has 6,000 shares traded, and a lot of times you get that in the very first minute. So not a good sign. Notice these are all red anyway, but these aren't stocks I trade. They're either out of my price range or the float is too large. So Mare was another one that popped up on the top gainers list, but just sat there. You see there was just a few trades here from 4 a.m. to 4:03. So that's a sign of no volume, and you don't want to buy into a stock when there's no volume. You'll get stuck in it for sure. And there's no telling what it'll do. CBLI, I think that one only had 500 shares. So again, I'm just putting top gainers on a list and checking to see if maybe the screener was wrong, but the time and sales confirms it, as well as the chart not moving. So, this is the week of Christmas. So, and I've actually never traded during this week before, so I don't know what to expect, but it looks like retail traders are taking the week off. At least the ones that trade super early like I do. And now it's like 12 minutes in, you see the volume is still, that Carnival Cruise Line is still the top volume, and it's not even trading. There was one point where I put it on the list just to look to see if any shares were traded. I'm trying to see, okay, here we go. So look, now it's 417. And the last time anybody traded, this is the top volume stock trading in the pre-market today, and no one has touched it since 4:03, and here it is 4:17. So this is how you know that you're in a market with no volume, and you just need to sit and either wait for something to pop up with volume or go back to bed, which is what I'm about to do. This just continues on. So here we are at 4:30, and still Carnival Cruise Line is the top volume. But remember, no one has touched it since 4:03, and here's 4:30, 27 minutes later. So this is the definition of no volume in the market, and you can't take a trade when there's no volume. So nothing to trade, but that's how you recognize that there's nothing to trade. So don't just buy something just because it's the top gainer. That's foolish. All right, guys, I hope this helped you. Don't force trades. That's basically the whole point of this video. All right, see you later. Take care. I'm probably going to be trading something at the open if there's volume, of course. I'll see you then.